Do you want a way to turn samples into MIDI without missing notes or getting them wrong? This would be a superpower. You'd finally be sure of what's in your samples. You could trust your own ideas again. Plus, you'd stop second guessing every move you make. Well, with this new plugin, you can finally get all the notes from any sample with more accuracy than ever before. It's called noteGRABBER, and version 2 just dropped. My name is NaviD, and I created noteGRABBER, and today I'm going to show you how noteGRABBER will help you see everything inside of your samples by using sample mapping. In the description box below is a link to download and try noteGRABBER for free for 14 days, so click it now. And come see why platinum producers, Billboard producers, and Grammy producers are all using noteGRABBER. So here's a problem that you might be facing. You spend all this time finding these amazing samples and you get all these ideas that start coming to you. But since you don't know what's inside your samples, you struggle to turn them into beats. So maybe you try figuring it out by ear, or maybe you try using an audio to MIDI tool that automatically converts your sample for you. But nothing really works, so you find yourself stuck all the time and having to give up on your beats. If this is what you're going through, I'm going to show you how noteGRABBER will solve this problem and help you finish way more beats than ever before. So what makes noteGRABBER different is that it's a sample mapper that shows you all the notes inside of your sample by mapping them out for you. Now already you might be thinking you have an audio to MIDI tool that does something like this already. But if you tried using these tools, you already know the problem. What they spit out is full of mistakes. They give you made up notes, missing notes, or they just get your sample completely wrong. And this is what makes noteGRABBER so much more powerful. Sample mapping gives you a level of accuracy that traditional audio to MIDI tools just don't have. But that is not all noteGRABBER does for you. This next part is what makes this plugin such a game changer. For one, you can use noteGRABBER to grab the exact pattern from any sample. And you can use this to recreate samples using your own sounds if you'd like. But you can also use noteGRABBER like a blueprint. By seeing every note, you can build patterns around your samples that actually work perfectly and sound great. And then, once you're happy with what you've built, you just drag these patterns from noteGRABBER into your project. Simple. And this is why I say using a sample mapper like noteGRABBER will help you finish way more beats. You'll know exactly what's in your sample with far more accuracy. You get to choose the notes that you want, so building the right ideas for your beats will be so much easier. You'll never get stuck again. Now, like I mentioned, if you tried using the traditional audio to MIDI tools, the problem is how many mistakes they make. For example, if we took this exact same sample as before, and used an audio to MIDI tool that automatically tries to do everything for you, take a listen to what it gives us. Yeah, not great. Now I will admit it is nice to just click one button and get notes instantly. noteGRABBER doesn't do everything for you like an audio to MIDI tool does, I'll just be honest. But if you're a producer who samples, what good is getting instant results if it's full of mistakes or missing notes? I built noteGRABBER to give you ideas that are actually usable for your beats, so that when you're building patterns, you're not second guessing. With a sample mapper like noteGRABBER, you have an accurate map of your entire sample and you can use this to finish your beats. Whereas if you use an audio to MIDI tool that gives you stuff like this, it's like using a map that's wrong. It can just get you more lost. So if you're ready to choose the accurate tool to build the right patterns and finish your beats, click the link in the description box below to get started with noteGRABBER. And in the meantime, let me show you a few new features inside of noteGRABBER 2. If you want a faster way of grabbing notes from your sample, I've added this. It's called Quick Grab. Simply slide this up and it will start grabbing notes for you. Then you can adjust what it's selected and choose the exact idea that you want for your beat. This helps make the workflow of noteGRABBER a bit faster, but still lets you select what you want. Again, what I believe makes noteGRABBER so powerful for producers who sample is that you're in control. And that's something I always want to keep at the heart of how this tool works. There's also a new zoom feature. Simply hover your mouse over top the piano roll and then scroll up to get a detailed view of what's actually inside your sample. This makes grabbing the right notes much easier for all the people who are magoos like me that have weak eyeballs. I've also shown off the preview function. This helps you know exactly what you're selecting by playing a sound as you select your notes, and you can even listen back to the pattern that you've built. I've also included a new grid mode as well. So as you map your samples, this grid shows up, giving you a better idea of where each note is in your sample. And this makes selecting the right notes and building the right patterns for your beats even easier. Plus, there's a few smaller features that I've added, but I'll explain everything once you actually start using noteGRABBER. So again, click the link below and start your 14-day trial and see why I have so many producers telling me that this is the best plugin if you use samples. And with version 2, it just got better. So again, click the link in the description box below and start using the accurate solution. Start using noteGRABBER today.